We had the NFL honors a couple weeks ago, but now it's Hollywood's turn. We got the Grammys and Globes behind us. The Oscars this Sunday. Oscars Sunday, it's Hollywood Super Bowl. So we want to join in on the fun, our very own Good Morning Football Awards. So each day we're going to present two categories during our show, announce the nominees, and let up to you to decide the winner. You're our Academy, our PricewaterhouseCoopers, and we reveal all the winners on Friday. So what do we got first? We got Best Supporting Actor. It's one of the ones they do in the front of the show on the Oscars. They always keep the people, get their attention quickly. They're not necessarily the biggest names in some of the parts. They're not the quarterbacks. They're not the marquee guys, but they're crucial guys who give those assistants when it counts. And here are the nominees. Kay, I believe you have the first one.
I submit LeGarrette Blount as my
I love the Blount.
Because he scored as many touchdowns as I had cocktails daily on vacation. 18, guys.
Oh, yeah!
Nice. Rushing touchdowns. That is a Patriots. That's a Patriots record, you guys. Unbelievable what he did. And think about what he did. We're talking about Jimmy Garoppolo starting the season hot. Really, LeGarrette Blount was the best supporting actor, averaging just under 100 yards a game, scoring 4 touchdowns in those first 3 wins for the Pats without Tom Brady. They leaned on him. When they gave him the ball, they won games. And you know, for fantasy, I've got to give him some love, too. He was the 7th highest scoring fantasy running back, according to NFL.com. So LeGarrette Blount, best supporting actor. You could make the case he was the MVP for the Pats.
I love that, okay? That's good. You know, that's a good feel-good story. I like a nice disaster flick.
You do?
I like a flick, you know,
Armageddon, right, okay.
Deep Impact.
Volcano.
Deep Impact.
Volcano. Deep Impact.
Deep Blue Sea.
Dante's Peak.
Okay, we can go on.
Linda Hamilton.
There's several.
Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea.
Movie?
I like a movie that things don't go well, and then you've got to find some protagonist comes out.
That's so weird, Trey.
Yeah, me. I'm always glass half full. A protagonist comes about, and you're like, wait a second. This guy is the one who's going to save the day at the end.
Okay.
It's going to be, you name whoever on Armageddon, it's going to be Bruce Willis or Ben Affleck.
William Fichtner, maybe.
Yes, William Fichtner.
We love Will Fichtner.
In the case of the Houston Texans, there was a main actor, a starring role all offseason, Brock Osweiler, the $82 million contract. This was supposed to be a feel-good story. He brings success down to Houston for the first time, that they're going to go on and win a Super Bowl. Well, despite his price tag, he lost out in the quarterback's job at the end of the season to Tom Savage. So I look at this as the great understudy story.
You're going Tom Savage?
Tom Savage, best supporting actor.
Out of nowhere.
What could have been a Greek tragedy, the Houston Texans season, Tom Savage saved. You remember, he had those couple wins. He kind of made this a team that you have to worry about and compete with. And he stole the show from Brock Osweiler. Now, ultimately, Brock Osweiler gets a job back because of a Savage injury, which is exactly what would happen in a Hollywood movie. There would be some redemption story, and he'd go on and he'd beat the Raiders. So, to me, who was the secondary role in this weird season for the Houston Texans where they actually not only won their division, but won a playoff game?
Yes, right.
They were in the final 8 of the Super Bowl of the season this year, and this was the guy, Tom Savage, as a best supporting actor. Give us a little bit of drama down in Houston.
Yeah.
When everyone thought it was going to be Brock Osweiler, it was Tom Savage.
I feel like Savage is way in the back row. Like he's got to walk all the way. He's back to like best short silent film nominees.
He was in the restroom when that Golden Globes winner that one time.
That's right. Well, not bad. Tom Savage. Nate, who do you got?
All right, so we're going to be doing
Did not think you were going that way.
I Tom Savage.
We're doing this all week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do this all week. I'm going to try to tie in an actor in a movie because this is the Academy Awards. So I'm going to take you back 2003. This is Best Supporting Actor. Is that what we're doing here?
Yes. That's
okay,
right.
Best Supporting Actor. It was the movie Adaptation.
Oh, I love that.
Chris
Nicolas
Cooper.
Cage. Okay,
right?
yeah.
So Chris Cooper won it, Adaptation, and the title of the movie, Adaptation. One guy pops in mind, Chris Hogan. And where he's been in his career, and then joining the Patriots, and then all of a sudden adapting to a system that is all of a sudden fit perfectly for him. And this is every single player that puts on a Pats jersey. But that Steelers game, that stands out. The AFC Championship game, 9 catches, 180 yards, 2 TDs. Guy averaged 17.9 yards per catch. That's bananas. Okay, I get it. They're always open, 7-11. You can say whatever. When you're averaging more than a first down every time you touch the ball, you are a damn good receiver in this league. So for me, I'm going to go with Chris Hogan as Best Supporting Actor.
You're splitting the New England vote with me.
I know.
Why would you do
Well, listen, they won the championship.
Tom Savage.
They won the World Championship, so it's you know, when you have that really good movie, there's a couple of
I love Chris Hogan,
nominees.
and I know that you love Leg Blunt.
I do. So it's going to be tough.
I love Adaptation. Susan Orlean article, obviously the Orchid Thief. If you haven't read it, go Google it. The Orchid Thief. Susan Orlean is the writer. Fantastic movie. Nick Cage plays 2 roles.
Yes, he's great.
He plays himself, plays his brother, everybody.
Like Face Off?
Like Face Off.
Face Off.
A lot of Nick Cage.
Now you're talking my language.
Adaptation name. Good
Castor
poll.
Troy.
I've seen that. It's good.
All right, guys, so
Troy.
it's the three
Terrifying.
most pretentious words in Hollywood. You have to use them when you present an award nominee. It's for your consideration. You have to put it like that. For your consideration, Landon Collins of the New York Giants, guys. I always like this because the great best supporting actors are the ones who have a leading actor who's just putting for the spotlight and chewing up scenery and mugging for the camera, like Odell. Meanwhile, you have Landon. Look, we did so many Giants highlights this year. You could not get through a highlight without having a Landon Collins interception or a pick six. Sometimes the best supporting actors in the Oscars are so good, when they're doing the lead actors in the same movie, they can't find a clip for the lead actor where the supporting actor doesn't steal the scene. That's how I feel about Landon Collins. I go back to 2000, all right? The best supporting actor nomination. You had Tom Cruise as Frank T.J. Mackey and Magnolia up there dancing around doing his thing. Respect, you know what I'm talking about. Haley Joel Osment, a little precocious kid crying. You got Jude Law was Dickie Greenleaf in, whatchamacallit, the Talented Mr. Ripley. But you had the strong, silent Michael Caine stealing the show from all of them. That's Landon Collins for your consideration.
I love it.
Landon Collins, Tom Savage, we've got Chris Hogan. Then, you know, you've got the 30-year-old who had 299 carries, 18 rushing touchdowns.
It's a gold football. It's a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, I remind
That's
you,
a good list.
LeGarrette Blount also faced adversity, went through a lot of things, got signed, got paid less than $1 million.
And
Free
we have
agent
Chris Hogan
now.
on the show, so we
Just-
won't get his
Yeah,
thoughts.
hey,
Chris
something
Hogan.
hard for the blunt over here.
Hey, at the end of
I didn't realize all the Hollywood buildup I was supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
At
well,
the end
yeah.
of the award show, they do an in memoriam and they talk about the Raiders season.
Oh,
So we're
really?
gonna
It's
get
in
into
black
that.
and white.
Yeah, it's
You're
gonna
not supposed to applaud. Just
Yeah,
wait till the
just-
end.
That's what I like
I know
about
Raider
Landon
Nation's
Collins.
awakening now.